Good evening, learners, and welcome to today's lesson on how to answer context questions. We will start by understanding what a context question is and what it tends to test in Kcse English Paper 2. Context questions in Kcse are more than just questions about a passage or an excerpt. They are a test of your ability to place an excerpt within the bigger story and connect it to the main ideas of the text. To answer them, you must recall what happens before and after the excerpt, analyze the actions and feelings of the characters, and link it all to the themes, style, and message of the text. A strong response, therefore, shows not only memory, but also deep understanding and interpretation of the whole text. Let us look at an excerpt here. It is an excerpt that starts by Nicole trying to defend the Samaritan, and she is saying, I have been reading the post on the Samaritan, and they are all about leaders, public officials, and even private individuals. You have not been singled out in any way. And Mosi says, far from the truth. Take the issue of development, for example. Everywhere in the Samaritan, I am being accused of inflating the cost of projects and presiding over shoddy municipal works. Am I indeed responsible for that? Nicole says, maybe it's because you are the overall leader. The buck stops with you, as they say. Moses says, oh yes, it is easy to think so because I'm the overall custodian of the public good in our municipality. But take any project such as the construction and maintenance of secondary roads in our town. Are any roads ever constructed? I will tell you what happens. Only a few kilometers of roads are usually dug up and then leveled. Then the contractor pours old black oil and claims the road is tarmac. Today, our secondary roads look like part of an abandoned battlefield where bombs were detonated. Even tractors can get stuck in these roads. Yet, the council pays top dollar for these roads each year. Am I responsible? Nicole says, tell me, your worship. Moss is standing up and pacing about the boardroom. It is my deputy, that irredeemable gossip and broker. He uses his position to ensure only his companies or those of his relatives win tenders for road construction in our municipality. The same happens with regard to tenders for the construction of bridges, pavement, drains, and water courses. Sadly, they don't do any meaningful work. They simply misappropriate the funds. And Nicole says, so what does that have to do with the people? Moses says, doesn't bother you that the people overwhelmingly voted for this kind of a person, knowing very well he has never accomplished anything in his life other than swindle the people? Nicole says, oh, did they know? Moses says, of course they did. There is hardly any person he has not conned in this town. You always find him leaning on the street pole in our town backstreet, gazing vacantly into empty spaces like an evil spirit waiting for fake title deeds to be printed. He prints 10 title deeds for the same plot and then sells the same plot to 10 different people. Yet, the people went ahead and voted for him. Why do the people glorify evil and mediocrity and then turn and whine when it hurts them? And you know what? The excerpt ends there. Then you come and get the excerpt questions like, place this excerpt in its immediate context. Number 2, what character traits of Mosi come out in this excerpt? Number 3, identify and explain any two stylistic devices used in this excerpt. 4, discuss one theme that emerges in this excerpt. Lastly, how does Mosi attempt to shift blame in this excerpt? This is a simple and straightforward kind of excerpt question, and we'll begin answering from question 1. And the first step when we are answering context question, especially the question of placing into its immediate context, we have to know this, that we have to state what happens before the excerpt, then summarize what happened within the excerpt, then explain what follows immediately after the excerpt. This should be brief, precisely like 3 to 5 sentences. So in this excerpt, we are seeing that it is about Mosi having gone to see Nicole in order to plead with him to have mercy on him about what has been posted on the Samaritan. I have placed what happens before. Then it ends when Mosi blames people for voting only for his deputy, yet he is corrupt. You can see I am trying to summarize what's happening within the excerpt. And then what follows immediately after is that Nicole tells him to report the same to the Samaritan. So I have fulfilled the 3 requirements of placing the excerpt into its immediate context. Then question number 2. What character traits of Mosi comes out in this excerpt? From the excerpt, we are seeing that Mosi is defensive or evasive. It's because his character is that of evading and blaming others. So when we identify the character trait, we need to back it with an illustration. What shows that he is defensive? The act of saying, "It is my deputy," show that he is defensive. It's not me, it's my deputy. Again, he is evasive. He's even asking, why do people glorify evil? Why are they blaming me for mistakes that another person does? And when you have been given character traits, you show the impact of that trait. And the impact of that trait is to show awareness of corruption, but unwillingness of mercy to take responsibility. The next question is on stylistic devices, and the question is, identify and explain any 2 stylistic devices used in this excerpt. Well, the question has limited us to 2 stylistic devices, but that does not mean that there are only 2. There is a wide range. And the beauty with paper 2 is that even if you are asked for 2, you are at liberty to write more than 2 to maximize your chances of scoring better. So the first style is the use of a simile. And the illustration is that a simile use as or like. For instance, you can see roads look like. That comparison using the marker like makes it a simile. Roads look like parts of an abandoned battlefield. May I caution you that the simile must come in totality. Some students end up saying roads look like, then they leave it there. No, it has got to have the two parts, that roads look like and the parts that is being compared to, part of an abandoned battlefield. You also have an hyperbole. He prints 10 title deeds and sells to 10 different people. This has been exaggerated to bring that impact of a man who is totally corrupt. There is a use of rhetorical questions. For instance, why do people glorify evil and mediocrity? Again, caution to students, not any question that comes in the text passes to be a rhetorical question. Rhetorical questions are those questions that even you can see from the play, they have not been answered. The effect of all these styles, again, is to emphasize on the corruption and leaders' irresponsibility. Question 4 is on themes, and the question is, discuss one theme that emerges from the excerpt. Again, the question requires one theme, but that does not make us to stop there. We can discuss quite a range of themes. For example, corruption. We can see the mayor saying that his deputy is corrupt to the bone, that he uses his position to print 10 title deeds for 10 different people for the same land. This is corruption. Abuse of power. You can see here Mayor Morsi is bringing the fact that the deputy is using his position to win tenders and award even tenders to his family and relatives. There is also a theme of accountability. The accountability or lack of it, the shifting of blames instead of taking responsibility. You can see Mayor Morsi is evasive. He's blaming others while he himself is being mentioned that he has been accused at the beginning of the excerpt. We have also a theme of public complicity. The complicity is that aspect of don't careism. And here we see students knowingly electing dishonest leaders. And Morsi himself tells us at the end that the people, knowing very well that his deputy is corrupt, end up even voting for him. The fifth and last question is the shifting of blame. And the question is, how does Morsi attempt to shift blame in this excerpt? By now, if you've listened to this from the beginning to the end, you will notice that Morsi is blaming his deputy for corruption. He shifts the responsibility to the citizens for electing dishonest people. All this, he is not saying that, yes, I have a hand or I am also accepting liability by saying that I have failed as a leader. He showing that the others have failed, but he has not failed. And that is the portion. It's like he's blaming others and leaving himself to be clean. Yet, the Samaritan says at the beginning that he is not clean. Now, lastly, let us look at the exam tips when you're answering English paper 2, especially on the context question. Number 1, always answer in relation to the passage or the excerpt and the whole text. Here, it means that Your understanding of the whole text will make you answer the excerpt in a relevant way. Quite a number of students have come to the exams and want to guess and distort some obvious facts. So the understanding of the text will make a person answer an excerpt question very well, as opposed to a person who has not read. Number 2, use short, clear sentences with supporting evidence. The key of any illustration is its evidence. So whenever you have said that the character of Moses is this, sometimes they may be lacking in the marking scheme, but if it has a supporting evidence that is correct, that answer is correct. 3, avoid irrelevant background details. I have seen some students answering or giving irrelevant details. For instance, you are asked, place this excerpt into its immediate context. And somebody wants to tell us the story from the beginning of the play. Some information may be irrelevant. So avoid irrelevant background details and giving too much unnecessary answers. Lastly, it is important to revise widely to understand the context in set text. Learners, it is important to read and read and read so that you understand better what this text requires and what that excerpt is testing. So by reading all this, you get a clear view, you get more details, and discussing with others, you also get more viewpoints that will help you understand even your answer better. So we stop at that. Read widely. If there is a question, feel free to contact us so that we can help you. Until next time, goodbye.